Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. I just want to touch real quick on the subject of the psychology of fighting. When I say fighting, I'm talking about street fighting, if you will. Uh, some might refer to it as combat. Uh, I really don't want to use the term combat per se, but sometimes it could be that. But just fighting in general. Uh, when we're talking about the person who is the defender for the most part when someone assails them or you. If you are someone who has some formidable training, be it an instructor, you, or a practitioner in general, student of martial arts, there's a certain way you have to see a confrontation as it relates to someone wanting to inflict injury upon your person. The psychology of fighting again. You must understand something, and I was going over this in my class the other day with my master instructors and my black belts. You must realize what you have when you are studying, training in the art of pugilism or fighting. If you really are an adept, if you really are a martial artist, then it should be sacred to you in that you never want to fight. You never ever walk around bragging how good you are at fighting. You never boast. You never try to stick your chest out and make someone feel less than you. You never try to intimidate other people because you have some sort of skills. Because you can really hurt someone if you really are a martial artist. There's a lot of wannabes, and there are a lot of people who purport to be martial artists. They're just people who participate in martial games, so to speak. But this message is for real martial artists. With that being said, the psychology of fighting. If a person were to attack you and you just absolutely had no other recourse than to defend yourself, you must understand that you have used all of your options in trying to avoid it. I don't want any trouble. You try to physically leave the situation. If you cannot avoid the situation and you must defend yourself, then you have to hurt the other individual. Cut and dry. It's that simple. I'm sorry. Now, there are some people say you don't have to do this to a person. You don't have to break a bone. You don't have to bust a nose, knock teeth out, and gouge your eye out. When we're talking about self-defense, there are no rules, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Did you hear everything that I forestated? If it's absolutely necessary to defend yourself, you must realize the person on the other side of you gave you no other choice or alternative, and that they are relentless in harming you and you've tried to avoid it. They're not going to stop. It's that simple. And it's on your part, it's going to be more than just pushing someone off of you. And especially if that assailant or that person is bigger than you, stronger than you, or maybe even wielding a weapon, you have to stop that person. You must do what is necessary to stop that person and walk away. It's not about taking 3-4 minutes to tussle on the ground. No. So whatever you study, whatever you train in, must be tried and true. That's male or female, whoever you are. I learned, I'm military as well. Force for force, deadly force for deadly force. That's not bravado that I'm throwing out there. I'm just being perfectly honest. And I don't care who it is watching me or listening to me right now, law enforcement or otherwise, it doesn't matter. Because this is the way you're taught. And this is the way life is. Let's switch gears for a moment. If you are a police officer and someone tried to take your life, what would you do? Goes without saying. What should a civilian do? They are no different than you are. If you are a police officer and someone tries to just physically harm you, what would you do? The same is true for civilians. That's it. And that's all. So, if a person is choking you, you stop them from choking you. While they're choking you, having the potential to kill you, or if they're attacking you, having the potential to cripple or maim you for the rest of your natural life, or take your life and take you away from your family, it goes without saying. So, think on these things. If a person, again, and I know this might be redundant, if a person, again, has the intent to harm you, they're not going to stop until you stop them. That was it. And that was all. This is Grandmaster Stroud, brother teacher. That's it and that's all.